we're going to start the recording then and get started with more 14 today. I hope you're all doing well. If I am on the front page, that's never happened before. In like 9 years of streaming. But hey, if you like big gay lizards, feel free to give a follow. Alright, we'll just roll with it. Just roll with it. Right, continuing the Hardy Boiled questline. Yeah, I hope you're all having a lovely day. Welcome to the stream. I mean, if I am on the front page, that's going to be like 99% lurkers or people, you know, just loading up Twitch to go to somewhere else. I don't know anyone who actually actively watches whatever's on the front page. Okay. As I was saying, I got a whiff of a new case in the making. So listen up while I explain the particulars. You said you scoured this place top to bottom, and learned they were trying to stuff people's souls into monstrous hosts. But the facility was forced to close down before they managed any real success. Sound about right? Oh yeah, I'm excited to start that for you for sure. I'm guessing whatever incident turned the staff into walking corpses happened not long after. Here's where it gets interesting. According to the notes I found, one of the researchers survived. Ooh, thank you, Rachelology. Thank you for the resub. Thank you very much. Splink to you too. And continued to work independently even after the project was mothballed. Apparently, he dismissed the Taral Vidral as impossible to control, and instead chose to pursue his research using less ornery beasts. Are you suggesting this mad scientist transferred his own soul into some slavering fiend? Nothing so mad as all that. No, he saved that honor for convicted criminals. Seems he set up a fake rehabilitation program. Had the prisoners transferred, then yanked out their souls for use in his experiments. Oh, how awful. What became of those now criminally minded creatures? Thank you for head pats. That's the million-credit question. I tracked down the containment cell mentioned in the notes.
What do you think
Found
about
the cages inside emptier than a barfly's tumbler. Thank you, I will hydrate. It's good to see you, Bert. Hope you're well. I'm doing alright. Just a bit shocked because apparently as soon as I hit live, I ended up on Twitch's front page somehow. 9 years, and that's never happened. The numbers seem to be slowly normalizing, so I guess it didn't last very long. A little digging into the operations log showed the cage locks were opened only recently, which means we find ourselves on the case of the fiendish fugitives. We must seek out and apprehend these dastardly evildoers on the double. Yes, there's a chance they're out there causing trouble, and as a detective, I can't turn a blind eye when I suspect wrongdoing is afoot. Thank you, Fluffy, you too. Luckily, I also found a storage device that I figure belonged to the author of those research notes. It's pretty banged up, but I think the data might still be intact. You missed the start of the quest line. Okay, so we met Nashu in Tuli Hiolal, who was trying to find Hildy, who got abducted by a spaceship in the last expansion, or the one before that, I can't remember. He got abducted by a spaceship and brought over here, so we were looking for him. We were following some leads, which led us to the big future city, where we found this guy, who it turns out is the alternate dimension version of Hildebrand. And we thought he was Hildebrand first, and Nashu blew him up a couple times with various bombs and explosives. But thanks to Hardy Boiled's help, we found the real Hildebrand, or our Hildebrand, captive in this research facility. Because they were experimenting on him, trying to figure out why he's so goddamn invincible. And then they put him in stasis for 30 years. Because time flowed differently here for a while, but it's all normal now. relatively speaking. Okay, you caught up. Let's head back to Solution 9. I'll take this thing to my place in the recreation zone and see what I can recover. Maybe the quest log will give a better rundown than I can as well. I'll check. Inspector's log. To what far-flung shores have I found myself flung this time? Well, irregardless of inexplicable intergalactic travel, or rather more local jaunts, I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have made my triumphant return. After emerging from a slumber of 30-some-odd years, I have made the acquaintance of a man purported to be my twin from another world, an assertion I am inclined to push back against, given the man's somewhat surly disposition. However, like yours truly, he appears possessed of a sincere desire to solve mysteries and redress the wrongs of the world, so for now let us see if a partnership may yet be forged. Detective Hardyboiled shares the details of the new mystery he stumbled across, an ominous tale of ghoulish experiments and suspiciously empty specimen cages. A researcher who survived the zombification of his peers has continued their work in secret, imbuing monsters with the souls of criminals marked for rehabilitation. Hoping to recover more data from the battered storage device he discovered, Hardyboiled invites you to his domicile in the recreation zone of Solution 9. The case of the fiendish fugitives has begun. There you go. All caught up. There he is. Oh, and Nashu's stalker still manages to follow her even here. Bit sus, not gonna lie. Right, I'll take a crack at the storage device. You're better off waiting outside. I'm not the kind of guy who makes his bed every morning, to say the least. Damn, dude, you live like this? What shenanigans? All of them. Every single shenanigan. Well, the bad news is the device was in even worse shape than I expected. It'll be a while yet before I can recover all its contents. A quick pass netted me some scraps, though. Enough to piece together a partial file on one of the experimental subjects. It states our surviving researcher stuck the soul of a career thief into the body of an Cyclops. This light-fingered fella didn't steal out of greed, but for the joy of pissing off his victims. A twisted guy like that ain't likely to change his stripes just because he switched bodies. Yes, 'tis all becoming clear to me. Feet. His intentions are obvious. Our impish escapee will burgle the most prestigious jewelry store in the city. As soft-boiled a guess as any I've ever heard. Your instincts are way off, pal. Lizard grippers and tail. Yep, confirmed. For both of these things. Never seen an Cyclops before, have you? If one of those big brutes was lumbering through the streets, all we'd have to do is follow the screams. No, if he's plotting a heist, it'll involve a target outside Everkeep. And he won't be aiming to pilfer any old supply crate neither. Something that'd really cause a nuisance. Thank you for the fire rubs. Goof shoe for the next... No, I don't accept... I don't know how many times I've had to say this now. I don't accept challenges to change voices. For the benefit of those watching on a second monitor who aren't paying full attention and will get confused if I keep changing things all over the place. Right, I will switch to the punk outfit, however. Close your eyes for a second while I change. You closed your eyes, right? Right? Hey, Huey. Electrope. Alexandria's got a habit only that miraculous ore can satisfy. We need to hustle to the quarry outside. And I mean now. Totally closed your eyes. You covered your face with both hands. Good, good. Proud of you. Rightio. Off out we... Oh. You know, if I don't misclick and cancel my teleport, that'd be good. Right, where are you? Should get his own game in the style of Ace Attorney. I would play the heck out of that. That sounds like... Yeah, he's electrocuting himself again. It's fine, he likes it. Yes, I work here. Was there something you needed? Have we had any thefts? Funny you should ask, actually. We've had several shipments of raw electro go missing in recent days. The strangest part is that our guards didn't see a damn thing. Need a hover cargo to move those heavy blocks. Surely someone would have noticed it coming and going. Ah, what'd I tell you? Sneaky Cyclops could have run off with those blocks without breaking a sweat. You know who the culprit is, then? Or if there's anything I can do to help catch them, just say the word. It's mighty kind of you, friend. Let's have you bait the trap with a stack of electro, placed conveniently out of sight of your patrols. We'll do the rest. One tempting stack of electrope coming up. Funny rocks. Touch them, lick them, put them in your mouth. Ah, that should do the trick. Collar that thief for me, will you? Oh, and do be careful while you're at it. Wait, you just came across as immediately pretty sus there, dude. The trap is set. Now we wait. Oh, he's peeling another egg. Yep. Oh, he's having one now too. Oh, he nicked them. He nicked his eggs. Yeah, okay. Wants his eggs back.
Oh, this is perfect. Maybe a little too perfect.
Hi.
Oh, not good. Not good.
We are just kind of sat out in the open. It's not like we're camouflaged.
That's our thief. After him.
Well, I mean, it had a human soul thrown into it. It is the intelligence of a person inside a monster. If you were paying attention.
Oh, we've lost sight of our quarry. And he's gone to ground in the middle of a field of Cyclops. God is a wise guy. Not a tough guy, though, according to his file. Says he's got no stomach for fighting. We just need to split up and find the one that doesn't try to squish us on sight. Of course, even if he is a coward, he's a big boy now, so he might still try to go down swinging. Shout out if you hit pay dirt and we'll take him together.
Alright, well, I can just fly past the ones that I know it's not. Oh. Hello, you have a quest mark. Are you by chance the one I'm looking for?
Me not bad Cyclops.
Says level 98 Cyclops. Well, no? So why are you stealing? Oh, Stalker's there again.
The inspector and the detective set off in pursuit of that screaming Cyclops. Come on, let's not get left behind. Damn it all!
We have you now, fiend. There's nowhere left to...
Oh, was I being stabbed by 1,000 tiny needles?
A frickin' cactuar gun or something? Out with it, punk. Where did you stash the goods? Who set you free?
As if I'd tell the likes of you.
Have it your way. I hear this stings worse than chili sauce in your eye.
No!
Now, detective. Threats and intimidation do not become a gentleman. Move, damn it. Move! Give a criminal a chance and they'll make you wish you hadn't. God damn it.
My turn.
That's typical for Hildy.
Oh, he really is a big boy. This is my show now. Lose the gun or the girl gets it. You two, weapons on the ground. Oh, is it twitching? Yo! My eye! My eye!
That was pretty sick. You had your chance to come quietly. Say goodnight, sunshine.
Ah! I didn't hurt at all.
Oh, he took the shot. Hildebrand, agent of inquiry. More acts of violence. Ah, dearie me.
Oh, the inspector's all lit up.
You gotta be kidding me. That shot had enough juice to take down a what? Gomphiferium? I don't even know what one of those is.
So bright, but too bright for me to bear.
Ah, the pain is akin to stepping barefoot on a goblin's back. Master Thief, are you certain you aren't willing to speak with us?
You shone like a precious jewel. I yield. I'll tell you everything.
Soft-boiled and cracked.
I never wanted the Electro. The researcher who freed us commanded me to steal it, and I handed over every block I took.
So you weren't just being your usual thieving self. Alright, so what's this researcher's name?
He never told me his name, I swear. I only know him as the man who made us into monsters. He already had some scary-looking bruiser working for him, so I didn't dare refuse his orders.
No idea where we might find him, then?
None. I was supposed to meet him out here with my latest haul, but you can bet he slipped away after realizing I wasn't alone. That's it. That's all I can give you.
Alright, I believe you. This case has taken a fishy turn. But even if you were an unwilling subject in all this, you still have crimes to answer for. I'm handing you over to the Tin Men authorities. What? Oh, feet cancelled. Don't worry. I'll explain how you're a crook in monsters' clothing so they don't just send you to the Arcadian for slaughter. As for the rest of you, meet me back at my place in Solution 9. Alrighty. Yeah, viewership seems to have normalized now. So if we were on the front page, it would probably only be for a few minutes. I don't know how that stuff works, really, if it was just random. You get a random 5 minutes of everyone seeing you. Because that's never happened before. Or if it's like something that's added manually. I don't know, I feel like it would have to be manually vetted for the front page, because you have a chance of something really awful popping up if you're just choosing at random, right? Maybe someone at Twitch thought, hey, this streamer looks cool, and then realized, oh, hang on. Big titty lizard streamer. No, we can't have that. Get them off there. Get them off. Put that white girl hot tub streamer back on. Yes, that's what Twitch is all about. Surely Detective Hardybold must now acknowledge my dazzling investigative skills? In your dreams, pal. I handed the Cyclops over to the authorities and gave them the lowdown on our case. You can bet your last bean that researcher fella has other monsters doing his dirty work. Can't figure his angle yet, but he's up to no good. That's for sure. Whatever those criminals are now, they're also fugitives. They'll be operating as far away from our mechanical sentries as possible, maybe even beyond the confines of the dome. Wear my makeup, put yourself in a hot tub. Oh. No. I'm not gonna do that. That's a whole world I ain't familiar with. If you're keen to stay on the case, and I could use your help out there. You shall have it, of course. Inspector Hildebrand is at your service. Put my trench coat in a twist when your pal started dancing in front of my gun. It's only fair I tell you why. It has to do with a man who had his fingers in every illegal pie in Alexandria. The Crime King, they called him. Yes, you can just put me in a hot tub still. But if you weren't here for the start of the stream, we had like 700 viewers. And I thought it was like, someone was like botting or some shit. And someone came in the chat saying, hey, you're on the front page. And I'm like, what? I didn't actually get to confirm it myself. Wow. It was me who caught his royal rogueness and sent him to rot in a prison cell. But after being transferred elsewhere under the auspices of some rehabilitation program, I haven't heard a peep. I see you've connected the dots. Could be that elsewhere was Uweyawada, yeah. Me and him have got a history, so if he's running free out there somewhere in a new monster skin, I want to be the one to bring him in. Live channels we think you'll like. Good guess, Twitch. Yeah. The channel that I'm in nearly every day. I think you might like that one. Might be onto something there. Your unwavering commitment is commendable, Detective Hardy-Boiled. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby swear to remain steadfastly by your side until we have brought this case to its resolution. You gonna go change your outfit? I mean, it probably won't last long, knowing how often he gets blown up. I don't recall asking that soft-boiled dope to do a damn thing. Anyhow, I'll get back to pulling scraps of data from that box. Drop by next time you're in the neighborhood. Maybe I'll have a new lead for us to follow. Wow. Meanwhile, somewhere in Heritage Found. I was hoping to see our hulking Cyclops squish those curious rats. Craven fool surrendered with barely a struggle. But no matter. I have more than enough electrope now to proceed with my plans. Given the right direction, you outlaws have proven most useful, especially with the aid of your new monstrous talents. So I was right to be sus about this guy then. Oh, is he like a shapeshifter? He was a blob the whole time. Alright. Why did you help me then? For making hard-boiled eggs, you want to boil for the same length of time every time. 12 minutes exactly. Any less, they're too soft. Any more, they're overcooked. We're out of time today, so here are some I prepared earlier. The cooking's... What, you want me to make a hard-boiled egg? Is that going to be another bomb? Oh, it's red. Make a hard boil. Yeah, okay, so I'll just boil some water, put an egg in it, wait 12 minutes. There you go, end of stream. How exciting. Ah. Every sub I boil it for a minute, I'd ruin it.
The manufacture of my egg-shaped medicine is a closely guarded trade secret, so don't try to make your own at home. Keep safe, and stay tuned for the next episode of Inconceivably Further Hildebrand Adventures.
Egg. See you, Inspector. Last night I did actually have a couple hard-boiled eggs with toast. After the stream. Over 2 hours of content. No. With just a camera pointed at a pot of boiling water. Did I foreshadow this? Oh, no, because we started the questline yesterday, and I was like, damn, he likes eggs. Damn, I want eggs. If it isn't Iggy. Been keeping yourself sharp, I trust?
As sharp as a razor.
Good to hear. In our line of work, you gotta stay in peak condition and be ready for anything. In any case, you picked a good moment to come by. I've managed to recover more data and learned about another experimental subject.
Oh, I dare say that is the cue for us to lend our investigative skills once more.
What do you mean, watched you go up? What does that mean? Were you watching the animated movie Up? Did you get DMCA'd? You watched Germa sort and handle rocks for 3 hours. Yeah, but that's Germa, who is like thousands of viewers strong at any given point. I don't have the kind of popularity to just get away with doing whatever. Which is why my Final Fantasy XIV streams have been some of my least popular this entire year. Despite me wanting to finish the story. It seems this criminal had his soul put into the body of a Cahiola? Chihuahua? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm gonna Google that. Cahiola. First result, Final Fantasy XIV. Cool. Did they make it up? No idea how to pronounce this. It's some kind of weird bipedal wolf bird thing. Let's say Kawahiloa. To the body of a Kawahiloa. That's a two-legged wolf, in case you weren't familiar. Prior to that, the man was a notorious vandal who went around causing wanton destruction, targeting everything from shops to government facilities. Didn't have a grand motive, was all for the thrill of it. A real piece of work. Fluffy had to climb a tower to get to a secret boss, so he had to fly up for like an hour. That sounds horrible. Be worse if, like, it kills you and you have to do the whole ascent again. Like the sticky-fingered Cyclops. Odds are he's up to his old antics in his new body. And is a pawn of the mysterious researcher. Such a fiend wreaking havoc in a densely populated area would swiftly attract attention. If our wolfman were to make mischief, I expect it would be somewhere outside this city. Not half bad reasoning for a soft-boiled dope. As you say, the fiend's likely to strike places outside of Solution 9. We don't have any leads beyond that, so I have a mind to pay one of my trusted sources a visit. Bimmon's his name, and his business is knowing every bugger else's. Come on, he ought to be at his usual spot nearby. Mimond? Does that not remind you of our friend Wymond?
It does. Oh, do you suppose we'll get to meet a Yormond too?
Oh gosh. I've been a bit spoiled today. A great big box arrived for Phoebes this morning. It was a new computer chair. It arrived quite early, so once we were actually up and about, I got to building it for her, put it together. Didn't take too long. And then Phoebes went out, got me some sausage rolls as a treat, and a chocolate egg, and a whole bundle of sweets. I've still got some left. All I did was assemble a chair. Void Train has explosive anglerfish, which means you should join us. How much is it? It would be nice to have a co-op game to play with friends. It's 25 quid? Oh, is the spring sale already over? Damn, that didn't last long, did it? Oh, never mind then. Yeah, no, a bit much for me, that. Sitting on 67% reviews. Shut up, Huey. Great vertical slice, but missing so much to be called a full game. Bunch of shallow mechanics. Weapons don't feel great. Little to no enemy variety. Collecting and processing resources is very simple. Train has no variety. It's just a shell of a game. Falls short of its potential. There are essentially free resources that matter, and then gathering anything else feels pointless. And then it becomes a waiting game travelling to the next depot without any real challenges. Yeah, this sounds great. If you loved Raft, you'll love this. If you get bored with Raft, you'll get bored of this. It's literally Raft, except it's a train flying through a void. On rails. What's Mycopunk? Not heard of that one. Cut through fungal aliens in this customizable mission-based looter shooter. 4-player co-op and a little roach man. That's the official bio. It says there's a little roach man. A looter shooter could be fun. It's early access. Mycopunk is cheaper than a point of meth and probably has fewer side effects. Oh, that's a review from Randy Pitchford. Gross. What the fuck? Toxic Commando is good, but it's a bit expensive. How much is that? 35 quid. Yeah, a little more. Unfortunately, Randy Pitchford still exists. Let's just get back to 14.
Ain't often I see you with company, Detective. What can I do for you today?
Don't attribute the development of Borderlands 4 to one person, Lizard Guy. It's not like he made it by himself. I don't even know how much work he put into it himself. Or if he's just one of those big ideas guys at the top that ruins everything. Like, does he actually have a background in programming? Or design? Or anything? Hundreds of people put that game together. Doesn't mean it's any good. But it's a bit of a peeve of mine when people say, "Oh yeah, this is this guy's game. This is Kojima's game. This is Suda51's game. This is like they're the only person that matters in the development," because that's just not true. Recommend Dune Awakening. Doesn't that have like PvP in it though? Dune Awakening is £42. You just keep recommending more and more expensive games, Huey. also sitting at very mixed reviews of late. Promising game, terrible development. You're forced to join a server and be online with other players to play at all. Loved you since I was a kid. I have over 3,000 hours in this game. Multiple accounts. Recently a bug allowed players to damage unpowered bases. That is not a standard mechanic. Thousands of bases were hit. This went on for days with silence. Then came a hotfix, a rollback on the 5 most populated servers. So everyone's progress was removed. Okay, well this is a massive review from this person who has 3,000 hours. Official Discord is one of the most hostile I've ever seen. Criticism muted. Frustration policed. I don't know about any of this. This game is no fun. Trying to see if there's any like actual statements on why that's the case. I'm just skimming through these reviews. Aliens Fireteam Elite. Fireteam Elite's £26. Mostly positive reviews. What kind of game is this? Co-op third-person survival game in the Alien universe. Pretty nifty. I don't know much about the Alien series. I've played a couple Alien games. I've seen the first Alien movie, the classic. That's about it. I saw Alien vs Predator, the original one. It's crap. Like, this stream is just going to recommend all these games that Iggy can't afford, isn't it? Lightyear Frontier, £21. Ah, that's the farming game where you're in a mech. Oh, the wish list's big enough as it is. Right, let's continue playing. Brazilian drug dealer Greb has already completed that game. That is on the VOD channel. Your chat is going to gift me these. Stop suggesting games. A thrill-seeking vandal in the body of a fiend.
Stop. Have a drink.
Interruptions all over. Thank you for the hydrate. Can I play the game now? Sounds like a recipe for trouble, alright. Now, can't say as I've heard any talk of vandalism, neither in or around Everkeep. But there's a hunter who caught sight of a solitary cahuela. Changing outfit. There. Near the barrier recently. They went into Vanguard and didn't come back out, so we assumed it went to Shaloni. I'm not looking up any more games, you can shush. Tell me in Discord when I'm not streaming. What struck him the most, though, was the queer way it moved. It seemed more man than beast, he said. Cahuelas are fiercely territorial creatures that live in packs. This lone wolf's our vandal. I'd wager my gun on it. We'll head to Shaloni right away. Thanks for the lead, Mymond. You good there, Hildy? Tis truly uncanny indeed. The resemblance you bear to my friend. His name is Wymond, and information is his stock and trade as well. Not only do we have similar faces and names, but we're in the same business besides. Oh, bugger me with a lightning rod. You know, you look rather like the detective yourself. Only you're either younger or have a better skincare regimen. Your brothers or something. Ridiculous! Detective Hardyboiled and I are not the least bit alike. Damn right.
Don't compare me to this preening ninny. Alright. Didn't mean to ruffle any feathers. Why does he have a cyberpunk jacket? Because we're in the cyberpunk city. But you, lass, something about you reminds me of the detective's assistant. Takes me back, it does. We should get going. Let's gather in front of Vanguard before heading to Shaloni. East Yasolani. Right, teleport and fly over to the south. Nothing special would happen if they came into physical contact with one another. Yeah, they are separate people, they're just from different worlds. They're reflections of one another from another dimension. This will be my first time beyond the barrier. I wonder if I can find a quiet bar that doesn't water down its drinks. Two baby pals. Well, if they were, Greb would have already eaten them. They're still a little electric-y. Oh. Inspector, you're all glowy tingly. Must be the lightning round I hit you with. The after effects can linger a while, I'm afraid. No need for concern. Far from causing discomfort, the lightning appears to have improved my circulation. I feel haler than I have in recent memory. You really are an oddball. Oglops? Ah! Oh crap, we're actually seeing Oglops. Alright. Was wondering if they'd ever show up. I'd kind of given up hope. I must say, Detective, I hadn't expected your hardened self to suffer from a fear of insects. They're little bug things from Final Fantasy IX. And such adorable ones, too. They're not just any insect. They're Oglops, bringers of death and disease. Oh, get a hold of yourself now. An egg. An egg will set you straight. He's got no eggs left. You fool. You didn't bring any. Not a single one. Damn it all! Oh dear. Never have I seen such a severe case of egg withdrawal. Oh no. Is she gonna alchemize up another egg? Oh no, that's actually culinarian. Think you could boil this to the good detective's liking? I mean, I am a level 90 culinarian. Pretty sure I can handle boiling an egg. Detective Greb is on the case.
How long will you boil the egg? 12 is the correct answer. Also, you shouldn't just drop an egg directly into the boiling water. That's how the egg ruptures. Should we do it wrong on purpose? Do you want soft-boiled, hard-boiled, or burnt, overcooked? 20 hours. That is not an option. Make it rubber. Well, I do my boiled eggs for 10 minutes. Scramble it, then unscramble it. No, you just scoop it back up and put it back in the shell, right? 12 is fully hard-boiled. Any longer than that is kind of eh. 10 is just my preference when it comes to boiled eggs. I'll do it normally. The ball for a computer mouse. You just pulled it out with your bare hands. This isn't another trick, is it? Ah, I'll chance it. The texture of the yolk, firm and assured. Not untested, but not broken down by the weight of the world. The essence of a survivor. You're a woman that knows the score, Iggy. I'm glad to have you at my back. Looks like you boiled it just right. Well done. At any rate, I feel like myself again. Appreciate it, Iggy. I had every confidence you could aid the good detective, my dear assistants. Come, let us continue on. Bring water to boil with the egg already in there. If you drop it in while it's already boiling, the egg will rupture. And then when you're done, scoop it out. And you put it in like a cup of cold water for like a good 30 seconds or so. And then you can peel it without burning your hands. So this is the outside world. It's going to take some getting used to being under a sky without limits. Right, we should begin by talking to the locals. That a town I see over there? Shishinawezi Springs, eh? As good a place as any. Come on, let's go. You want to replay Payday 2, but you're too good at the game. Humble brag much. Limit yourself then. Give yourself challenges to make it harder. Default gear only. No skills. Use weapons you've never used before. No attachments. An old-fashioned place, this, but it's got a ruggedness that speaks to me. A man could get used to it. Anyway, let's split up and ask around. See if there's been any acts of vandalism in these parts. You learn something, you come and tell me. We're not doing it for achievements, you'd be doing it for fun at this point, you goose. I've seen various challenge runs of Payday 2 where a person tries to emulate a famous character using only things they would use. That could be fun.
Vandalism? Oh, don't get me started. Some miscreant busted up some of our drilling equipment. I poured my blood, sweat and tears into keeping everything running, so it had me seeing red. Ceruleum's our livelihood, so the perpetrator can't possibly be a local. It's an outsider, mark my words.
Oh, I never did the secret ending, it seemed like too much faff to me.
Oh yeah, I heard that a barn was destroyed the other day. Smashed to pieces, by all accounts. Why would anyone do such a senseless thing?
As a matter of fact, there's been a spate of vandalism targeting barns and equipment. The culprit strikes where there's no one around and leaves no trace, so we don't have as much as a lead. Baffled as we are, we've posted a generous bounty. Information's welcome too, of course, so if you see any suspicious activity, be sure to let us know.
Thank you. Hey, managed to learn anything? We heard much the same. Our Vandal's been busy. By the by, have you seen Nasher? I'm not sure where she's gone. You serious? How can you not know where your own assistant is? We better split up and find her. Search for Nashu. Oh, found her. By all these cocky people.
Oh, hello there, Iggy. I could use a little help.
I say, Nashu, have you been making new friends?
Know her, do ya? All chaos she's been sowing too, no doubt.
Oh, whatever do you mean?
Don't play the fool. We saw her polishing those bombs. That's right. She's the one been blowing things up. We're taking her in and collecting the bounty. Oh, for the umpteenth time, they're not bombs, they're medicine.
Yea, verily. Though they may look, and indeed explode, like bombs, they are in fact potent restoratives. My assistant is not the Vandal you seek.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Exploding medicine. Huh.
Let's all take a deep breath. Oh, no, that's Hardybold. Let's all take a deep breath now. No need to get so hot and bothered. We can talk this through, resolve things peacefully.
I don't know who you are, but we're done talking here. She's the Vandal, and that's that. We'll stand aside if you know what's good for you.
If you're not willing to be civil, then we'll have to settle this the old-fashioned way. Detective, wait. I am emphatically opposed to violence. I must insist that we resolve this in a gentlemanly manner.
Ag.
These kids wouldn't know a gentleman if he shot him in the rear. Don't waste your breath.
Oh, you asked for it, old man. You want a duel? I'll give you a duel.
Just remember that you had other options. Now we're going to need witnesses, so let's take it elsewhere.
Don't worry, your little head. It ain't to the death.
It's to the pain.
Ill at ease though I am with Detective Hardyboyle's chosen approach, it seems we must defer to him. Oh dear. He puts on a brave face, but he's nervous. Watch the eyes. He'll rush to finish it.
Valerie,
What?
it's time to hydrate.
Thank you. What's that red smudge? Had yourself some poached eggs smothered in tomato sauce, did you? A soft choice for a soft bastard. Not the least bit phased. Hard recognizes hard, and I can tell you're a woman who's hard. Who's been to hell and back. Even I could learn a thing or two from you. Oh, are you kidding me? All this fuss over you and you're having a snooze. You got Moxie doll face. Just like her. Dream sweet dreams now. Still charged with lightning. That's impressive in its own way, but never mind that hope for now. I've got a job to do. Old-fashioned firearm like most carried in these parts. Watch the barrel, dodge the bullet. Luscious locks for a roughneck. Don't know what fancy hair treatment you use, sweet prince, but a bar of soap is all I need. I've seen enough. This one's in the bag.
Yeah, okay. Frickin' Agent Hildy over here.
Piss on the old laws. Long as you win, it don't matter how.
Oglop. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, we're going full on into that territory now, are we? Alright, Neo.
Who the hell are you? What's going on here?
It's just frozen.
So that's the way of it. Non-lethal rounds or no, the law forbids dueling in town. As such, this will be treated as an illegal gunfight, and the guilt falls on the side that drew first. You're allowed to come in with me. Now it seems this all began when they saw the lady with what looked like bombs, and assumed she was the vandal. Well, you don't strike me as a miscreant. I'd like to examine the objects for good measure. I must say it does look like a bomb.
Understandable, if unfortunate misunderstanding. Despite its worrisome appearance, I assure you, good sir, that this is a bespoke medicine that rejuvenates me when I'm feeling poorly. No, everyone backed off. As expected.
That's a bomb, or I was born yesterday.
I feel like a new man, as if I could walk upon a cloud.
Enough of that hogwash. Well, this alone doesn't prove she's the vandal. We're gonna keep her in the jailhouse till we know more.
Are meals served at the jailhouse?
Well, that they are.
I see this as an absolute win. See ya!
I will come for you, Nashu. I will find the true criminal and clear your good name. This I swear.
That was a sus smile. Will there be food? I'm in.
I cannot bear to imagine sweet innocent Nashu behind bars. We must apprehend the true criminal and secure her release post-haste. Sweet and innocent ain't words I'd use to describe a bomb-toting dame. Setting that aside, we know who we're after. We just need to track him down. A number of residents report having sighted an unusual wolf-like fiend. Apparently, it has appeared near a settlement called Lure Them In Your Trousers. It's... Luwatanin Yawoza. You need to clean the wax out of your ears. Hi, Mom.
Thank you for watching 45 streams in a row, Mum. Massively appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Luwatanin Yawoza. Come on, let's see what we can find out there.
Right, off to Lure Them In Your Trousers. Deary me. Luwatanin... Luwatanin Yawausa. I don't know.
Right, let's question the locals about Wolfman sightings. Should be straightforward enough, so we'll stay together this time. Just say the word and we'll get started.
The word. God damn it. Fluffy, you are always worthy of love, no matter what your brain may be telling you in this exact moment.
Wood ovens, eh? Unheard of in Solution 9. We do all our cooking with electro appliances. That said, the smoke might give eggs a nice flavour. I'll have to look into it when I get the chance.
Mother used to roast whole miotragus in a giant oven. She was partial to the billies for the flavour, but I found them a little tough. There's no bearing on my own toughness, mind you. Everyone's using words I don't recognise. I consider this bullying. Please use words that are 2 syllables or less. My knowledge of words greater than that is limited.
I saw it all right. Wolf-like fiend I'd never seen before. Made off with a sack of vegetables we just harvested.
It would seem our fugitive was famished.
Being a wolf, however, would it not hunt for its own food? Whatever it is now, it used to be a man. Wouldn't be odd if it still ate like one. And if it isn't keen on hunting, it'll likely keep close to settlements for its meals. Right, if I unmount, will they be with me still? Okay. Good. You can see the resemblance between the homes here and those in the outskirts. I was real surprised when our worlds merged 30 years ago. I was just a greenhorn then, and she was still... Never mind. The motif on these dwellings is simple yet elegant. I expect Father would appreciate their artistry. He isn't here, is he? What I saw wasn't a wolf fiend, but an adorable little critter. Kept squealing at me as if it was trying to say something. Oh, I dare say this is a promising new lead. I have it! The creature is a minion of the Vandalus Wolfman. You and your soft-boiled guesses. I'd heard about strange squealing creatures on TrueView, but I doubt it has anything to do with our case. Alternate Godbert? Oh gosh. I wonder if we'll get to see him. Wolf-like fiend? I've seen it south of here. Most folk avoid the area because it's... Lunyukauk... Lunyusawa? Pia? It's territory of something, but I go there to gather cactus. In the past few times I did, I saw the creature heading toward the gorge. Even the Lunyusapias give it a wide berth, so it must be dangerous indeed. A fugitive might be holed up in that gorge. Come on, let's go take a look. These big words. Hurt brain. Wah! A raid! Hello, Fen! How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh, those are what that name is. It's Dinosaur. Alright. Welcome to the stream, I'm Iggy. She, her pronouns, big titty, blizzard made, gay, etc. I play a lot of RPGs, some action games, story games, that kind of thing. We have a raid trailer so you know what you're in for, so if you like the vibes between me and Greb, feel free to give a follow.
This presentation was brought to you by Cheese.
Hey guys, I'm here to deal with you. Okay, dealt with. Stealth! What if I jump in the trash? Yay! You are smelly! I can swim up waterfalls! Oh, Jesus! Ah! And he's dead.
Cheese.
Oh, because I'm so good at video games. Sorry, I'm just wiggling my rod in your face. Give it another shot. Come on. You got it. No, you don't. Oh. Yeah, well, I've got a shotgun now. Here it comes, blushing. Awawa. Welcome back. Yeah, 14's going good. We are all caught up on the story. There is no more MSQ to be had until more's patched in. We're currently... Those little steppies were coming from that. Doing the Hildebrand questline for Dawntrail. And then I'll probably be taking a break from the game. Kahiola doesn't seem to be here right now, but this is definitely where it lays its head. I can feel it. Let's split up and search for clues. If you turn up anything, come and tell me.
Alright. Search for clues. For anything shiny. Vocal varmint. Squeal, squeal. Oh my, what a winsome critter you are. That looks like a clue. The liquor bottle has long since been drained to the last drop. Perhaps it was purloined by the fugitive. Let's see more shiny there. The sack is laden with vegetables, likely those which the fugitive took from Luwatain and Yawawasa. Oh, there's an oglop by this piece of paper. Crude words have been scrawled on the piece of paper. An oglop loiters nearby as if regarding the paper and you. The oglop scurries off, leaving you to devote your attention to the paper, which appears to contain diary entries written by the fugitive. There do not appear to be any more clues in the vicinity. Alright. Here's what I found. I found this empty liquor bottle. What about you? I also found one, and also a sack of food, and a letter. Or a diary page. Good work, Iggy. The bottles and the produce must have been taken from Luwatan Niwasa. As for the piece of paper... Yeah, these are diary entries, all right. I'll read them out. Another good day's destruction. I reduced the barn to rubble in moments, well before anyone was the wiser. My newfound strength is truly astounding. A researcher contacted me. He wants me to put on a bigger show, or provide barrels of ceruleum for the job. This is going to be my tour de force. So it's as we suspected. Like the thieving Cyclops, the vandalizing Kahil or... Kawahil... One day... By one day I mean never will I learn how to pronounce this. Kawahiloa is working for the researcher. But I must say, for him to leave incriminating evidence out in the open where enterprising agents of inquiry can easily find is rather careless, is it not? When he was apprehended as a man, he'd left a diary of his misdeeds lying around, served as incontrovertible proof of his guilt. To do it again, knowing full well how it led to his downfall. Perhaps he has some sort of clever design. Or perhaps... he's just an idiot. At any rate, if our fugitive has barrels of ceruleum at his disposal, then we must exercise the utmost caution. The tiniest spark could cause an explosion to dwarf even Nashu's delights. So I ask that you refrain from using your gun. My gun's more versatile than you think. It's capable of converting the lightning it absorbs to other kinds of energy. With the flick of a switch, it can shoot fire and water rounds as well. So if push comes to shove, I'll give the wanton wolfman a hosing down. Well, now that is a wondrous gadget indeed. Yet be that as it may, I remain firmly opposed to violence in all forms and elemental aspects. Solving cases in a manner befitting a gentleman, such as the creed of Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Soft to the core. If you don't harden up, you'll make the same mistake I did. As a rule, I don't talk about my past. But if there ever was a time to break that rule, now would be it. I used to have an assistant too. She was a lot like your own Nashu, a real sweetheart. But she's gone now. Killed by the crime king because of me. Because I was too soft.
The Crime King's descended from a line of mages. Carnelian's his real name, and he can wield powerful magic with a whispered word and a flick of the wrist. Doesn't have to rely on fancy gadgets like ordinary folk. We had him at our mercy, me and my assistant. But then he started spinning a sob story. Like a half-boiled milksop, I lowered my gun. That was all the opening Carnelian needed. He cast a spell before I could blink, and I would have died where I stood if my assistant hadn't leapt in the way. She wasn't wearing a regulator because she was following my lead. I killed her as much as he did. That such a thing should have happened. I was able to catch Cornelian soon after that, but now the bastard's at large again, in a fiend's body. When you deal with villains, you can't afford to be soft. Or one day, you or someone dear to you will pay for it. Now then, I've confirmed the Vandal's here. What is it that the researcher wants to achieve with this destruction spree? Well, first things first, we need to alert the Dust Watch. They'll want to be ready when the Vandal strikes next. You know where to find them? Usatawi, eh? Right then, let's head over there. To think that the detective had suffered such a terrible tragedy. I struggle to find the words. Just be your usual gentlemanly self. You're right, my friend. As ever, I shall endeavour to be true to myself. Enjoy your food, Gwen. Just over there. Whew. I'm not sure if this is going to be a complete quest line. I have a feeling it's not, because I think I heard that patch 7.5 is adding more Hildebrand quests. So I think we're going to reach a point where it just ends. I'm just unlocking the map there because it was bothering me. Right, where you at? You inside? Hey Nashu, you enjoying prison life? She's got a frickin' taco! You must try these tacos. Absolutely worth incarceration. Stay strong, Nashu. Soon you'll be free. This taco, it's amazing. It's you lot. What is it? Explaining the investigation so far, no doubt. Pan away and fade out to imply the passage of time. I'll be damned. Just a moment ago, we received a message from someone claiming to be the Vandal. He declared that the train's the next target. I was about to dismiss it as a prank, but having heard your report, I'm inclined to believe the threat is real. And we need to get to Shaloni Station right away. Indeed. I'll gather my men and hurry there. As for Nashu, it would be best if she remained here for now, I think. Detective, keenly though I feel for your loss, I must reiterate my staunch opposition to violence. Whatever may await us, I believe that we must strive for a gentlemanly resolution. Vandal never used to announce his targets. This reeks like a rotten egg.
Reiterate your staunch support of violence. Yeah, Greb would say that. Thank goodness you're here. Please, you can't let that fiend destroy the train.
We're on it. Get somewhere safe.
We have you at last. From gentleman to gentlewolf, I suggest you... Tisk tisk, detective.
Over there, a dame in distress.
Oh. Not enough pressure.
Of all the times to be out of charge. Give a man a fright, will you? Hold it right there. Try anything funny and I'll torch those barrels. They're filled to the brim with ceruleum, enough to blow us all sky high.
Did you just set your own tail on fire?
Nothing you can do. So just relax and enjoy the... Huh?
Yeah, okay, that's pretty typical. Wait, we must extinguish the fire. Tom and Jerry moment, yeah. I need a Tom scream on my soundboard for easy access. I shall stop this runaway wolf train. Just do it yourself. I don't think I could do that justice. Probably not without getting a knock on the door. I fear he is disinclined to stop.
They're coming back. And they're heading straight for the engine. Oh my god. Damn it. If only I could use my gun.
Oglop! I wonder if that's a possessed person as well. It's just always around. He's still electrically charged. Oh, dearie me. A Mandeville man and his electrifying handstand. That went well, right? You did good, Softy. Oh, you did good. You as well, Detective. You as well. What I was done for. I owe you my life. So you don't know anything either? Afraid not. I was only doing what I was told. Then the researcher's true objective remains a mystery. This chaos and destruction can't all be for its own sake, can it? If you have learned your lesson, then I suggest you surrender yourself to the Dust Watch. You'll be safe in their care and receive regular meals besides. Alright, I'll go quietly. Apologies for the delay. I see you have the situation well in hand. So this fiend was behind the destruction. We're grateful for your help. Despite appearances, he was originally a man, so treat him like one, eh? Is that so? Understood. He'll be treated with due dignity. We should probably get that ceruleum moved. Oh, he's the shapeshifter, isn't he? You're still soft, hard-boiled, as you always were. There's the real one. I wasn't expecting an interruption so soon. No matter, commotion has drawn you all here as intended. Oh no, he's hot! You're Carnelian. Still no charge. You said it too. The villain disguised himself as one of my men and knocked me out. The rest, I believe you know. It seems Carnelian's also working for the researcher. And this was just a diversion. What's that bastard's game? Well, let's head back to Husatawi for now. We're here to set your friend free, after all. My men can clean up things here.
Right, let's get the lady out of her cell.
Oh, Nashu, such an ordeal that must have been.
Oh yeah, the hors d'oeuvres were quite tasty. Sheriff, we have a situation. A large shipment of ceruleum's been stolen from Sheshinwezi.
What?
It appears the thieves struck while we're dealing with the trouble at the station.
Well, that was the true target.
First electrode, now ceruleum. What does he need all those resources for? As for Carnelian, he ain't the sort to do someone else's bidding. You can bet he's got his own angle. No matter what it is, I won't rest until justice has been served. And next time, my gun will be ready. You know something about these happenings by the sounds of it.
You want to pan out and fade away to explain again? Yeah, there we go.
Every time. So this extends beyond Shaloni. Even if we had the manpower, the Dustwatch can't go traipsing about in other jurisdictions. I think it'd be best if we left the matter in your hands. Yeah, you can leave it to...
Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. I swear to you, good sheriff, that I shall find and apprehend the villain with grace and non-violent finesse.
Oh, we'd be grateful. Naturally, my men and I will conduct a thorough investigation in Shaloni. If we learn anything, we'll be sure to let you know. Come on, let's head back to Solution 9. I could use a hard-boiled egg right about now. Maybe even 2. Hey, you must be hungry.
Whew. Not sure how many quests left there are, but we should have time, right? Can't be that many. Here are some eggs right now. I would love to make you some scrambled eggs, Patchy.
Hey,
Or boiled
pal,
eggs,
take
yeah,
a
just
break.
eggs
Have
in
some
your
water.
preferred style. I want to cook for you. And also have a drink.
Home. I didn't mind it out in the wilds, but for this sentimental old fool, nothing beats this neon-lit city. Now I'll get back to working on the storage device. Check in from time to time in case I found us a new lead.
Omelette fried in butter with cheese and ham, pepper, and on a wrap with some lettuce, maybe. Sure, I can do that. You get me the ingredients, I'll cook anything you want. Can't promise it'll be fantastic if it's something I've never done before, but I've cooked a lot of eggs in my time, I'm confident with that. Meanwhile, let us continue along our own lines of inquiry. Buy the 14 cookbooks and conveniently leave them at mine. I do like cooking. And baking. Pray do not blame yourself for your assistant, detective. The fault most assuredly lies not with you.
What a soft-boiled dope now. Just take care of your own, eh?
Name every type of confectionery. Oh. Oglop is still watching us! Yeah, I strongly prefer the edible kind of confectionaries. Excellent. Soon the plan will come to fruition. Analoka's achievements will be meaningless next to what the heavens have gifted me. Huh? You fugitives have served me well indeed. Cheeky. And you, me. Oh. Gee, is that it, or do we have more? Curious about my gun, are you? Come now, no need to be shy. She's a Malt Python Maximum fitted with a custom short barrel. Malt Python? Being made of electro, she can convert her lightning charge to fire rounds and other energies. The double action trigger means she's as fast as you are, and the ambidextrous safety means she's at home in both hands. The ventilated ribs help keep her cool and reduce the risk of malfunction when things really heat up. The recoil spring guide rod takes the edge off her tempo, while the extra long ejector rod housing serves to... Oh my god. You getting sleepy? Because I sure am. Let's call it a day, shall we? I don't have anything in particular to say about my alchemy tools. Till next time. See you, Inspector. Yeah, I was getting Snake Eater vibes from that too. Oh, we're not done yet. And that's just Akira. God damn it. Iggy, I was hoping you'd drop by. It took a bit of doing, but I was able to widen the crack I made in that storage device and yank out a couple new scraps of data. The first file just so happened to be a record of Carnelian's procedure. Seems the bastard's soul was poured into one of those clot-type monsters. They've got an annoying talent for mimicking shapes and faces, which is exactly what Carnelian took advantage of when he tricked us with his fake Kameka. Never fear, Inspector. Hildebrand is here. The other file I pulled had details on yet another monster-fied criminal. This mook was nabbed for repeated vehicular violations, riding his air-wheeler too fast, making reckless maneuvers, endangering others, that sort of thing. According to the data, he's running around in the body of a cactuar now. Judging by what we've seen of that researcher's schemes, he'll have dispatched the prickly speed demon somewhere outside the dome. But where? Rejoice, my good detective, for I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, come bearing the very direction you seek. You feel pretty? Riley, you were always pretty. I've it straight from the mouth of the real Kamaka that an ambulatory cactus piloting a flying contraption was supposedly observed streaking through the sky on a southerly bearing. Alas, despite hastening to confirm this sighting, our intrepid sheriff arrived too late to see the needle-covered individual in question. The report was summarily dismissed as fanciful imaginings of inebriated townsfolk. The insistent chirp of veteran instinct nonetheless impelled me to investigate. Thus did my faithful assistant and I venture further south to question the colourful crowds of Thule Yodel.
Tully Yolal.
Yes, there to find sober witnesses eager to tell of an airborne succulent.
They said it was moving at an incredible pace, sat astride a vehicle like the ones the mechanical invaders had ridden. It was last seen zipping past the dirigible before vanishing into the clouds to the south.
Alexandria's soldiers ride on air-wheelers, so unless there's another flying cactuar out there somewhere, I think we have our man. Good work. Almost too good, in fact. You're being too competent. Over there! Is that a new case I spy? Hardly had to bait the hook. They're the real deal, all right. Although, come to think of it, I don't know why anyone would bother impersonating either of them to begin with. Just had to check it was really them. At least the lead seems solid enough. But if we're serious about catching this guy, we'll need an air-wheeler of our own. Come on, there's a shop nearby that does custom jobs. They were being frighteningly competent. We had to make sure it was them. Hey, Ali. This is the place. I used to be a regular here, but I ain't been back in a while. Let's see if they still remember me.
Well, well, look what the wind blew in.
Monom, I've come for my steed.
How about an old scrap heap? It's been rusting on my garage floor so long I doubt it could manage a slow trot, let alone a gallop. Happy to give it a tune-up if you've credits to burn, but I'll need you to supply some parts. A new high-voltage battery and a superconductor coil at minimum.
Chronometer's ticking. I'll see if I can't get my hands on a battery, but can I ask you to track down the coil? These soft-boiled dopes wouldn't know a suspension spring from an anti-gravity gimbal. But you, I can trust to find the right part without cracking under the pressure.
I've got my number, dear.
Just telling like it is. I know a tough egg when I see one.
Hardyboard seems desperate to get his air-wheeler up and running, so I'll give you a tip. You want to coil quick-like, then salvaging the rides of defective sentries is your best bet. I'll even lend you this handy gadget to help you out. Set off the distress signal on the west side of Old Alexandria and you'll soon have some murderous mechanical company to dismantle for parts.
I love murdering things for parts. I'll take these two along with me on the battery hunt. Good luck out there.
Hello, goblin friend.
Hang on a sec. Okay, we're all good. Off we pop. Actually, no. I want to ride the distressed shrubbery today. Yes. Just constantly screaming. I unlocked this thing recently, so I want to use it. Distress beacon. Originally employed to request reinforcements, this modified beacon emits a distress signal coded to attract the attention of defective sentries. And I think this is the first fight we've had today. And it's over. That's it, I've got the coil. Off we go home. Done. All done. Oh, I'm enjoying the story. I hope you are too. There may not be much combat in this quest line, but I'm having a good time. That's the important part. Right, here you go. I'll get your hands on a coil. Superconductor coil. Essential air wheeler part salvaged from a military-grade vehicle. You're here twice now. Hi, Phoebes. How's your new chair treating you? I actually do the trick. Now, where'd your mates run off to? Can't be that hard to find a store which sells batteries. We should probably head over to the Nexus arcade and see what's keeping them. Really? Can I not even trust them to find a battery? Your back is sore because you can sit properly now. Yeah, gamer chairs are horrible for posture. It's good that you've got a proper chair now. You'll get used to it and you'll feel better for it. Right, where are they? Ah, there you are. Your gamer chair boosts your FPS. No, it doesn't. You don't think your spine is supposed to be this straight? And for someone like you, it's probably the straightest you've ever been. Iggy, any trouble picking up that coil? Nothing you couldn't handle, I'll wager. As for the battery, I bought one easily enough. The problem was convincing the inspector and his gal to stick around after he caught a whiff of tantalizing familiarity. Long story short, they wandered off and haven't come back. Suppose we ought to go look for them, eh? You want your old chair back? Then go out and pull it out of the bin. It's probably dripping with bin juice right now. Why do baby seats look like miniature ones? You mean like booster seats in cars? They do not look like gamer chairs. Why do race car drivers use them in their cars? Because those ones are actually well made. And gaming chairs for PCs are not well made. They are just totally mass produced to like an insane degree. No matter where you get it from, it's mass produced from like the same mold. They're all the same. Car bucket seats are designed to minimize as much lateral movement as possible for the driver. Yeah? They're probably not built to be comfortable. They're built to be safe. Is that a corpse? A smiling corpse? You needn't fret, detective. This dapper zombie is an old acquaintance of mine. Allow me to introduce myself, good sir.
I'm a proud member of the Gentle Dead Men and disciple of Master Zombiebrand. I've been on the road seeking out new recruits for our merry, mouldering band. Said search is what brought me here, and into the midst of this unexpected yet most welcome reunion.
I don't usually hold with necromancy, but he seems harmless enough. So if you're done catching up, we've got a case to work on? In actual fact, our conversation was almost entirely case-adjacent. Employing his nose for festering fellows, this gentle zombie traced the stench of necromantic decay to the very facility in which I once slumbered.
Yes, I became fast friends with one of the reanimated researchers there. During the process of getting to know each other, he spoke briefly of the only person left alive after the incident. According to my new charnel chum, all the lab workers perished when an accident resulted in the leakage of a highly toxic substance. All that is, save for a single man who habitually wore a protective gas mask. Keshkai his name. Keshkai. Keshkai? He was second in charge after the Overseer himself, yet disdained by his peers as a condescending know-it-all. They did, however, grudgingly recognize his passion for his work. Even after devoting a full day to official experiments, he would pour his remaining time and energy into some mysterious side project.
And he was the sole surviving researcher, you say? Sounds like we finally have a name for our mastermind. Courtesy of the shambling undead, no less. No matter how many years I do this job. Well, thanks for that. See you in a bit, Thames.
Glad to be of service. Now, if you'll excuse me, my new recruit and I have a cafe tour planned.
Zombies just chilling in the cafe. So, that fellow was an honest-to-God's walking corpse, huh? I've met weird folks in my line of work, but you always keep company with such oddballs. Yeah, pretty much. That was out of line. It's just... I reckon there are forces in this world you're better off not messing with. Anyway, let me take these parts back to Monom and get my wheeler repaired. Shouldn't take too long. I'll ride him back here to make sure he's running smoothly, and you can see the magnificent beast in all his glory. Are you gonna do the Akira slide? Is the thumbnail for the quest gonna come true? Detective Hardyboiled seemed somewhat nervous. Excited to reclaim his pride and joy, perhaps? Go on, do it. Do the slide. That was part of a slide. It wasn't the full thing. 5 out of 10 slide.
God, would you look at that?
What do you think, Iggy? I call him Night Stallion. He's a custom job built for yours truly, and has far too much horsepower for the average mook to handle. Anti-gravity capabilities are standard, but when it comes to ground speed, he's been tweaked to achieve the highest possible performance. The trick is to install quick-heating motor coils. But won't the increased heat compromise the magnetic field's integrity, you ask? Well, that's a valid concern. The hotter drivetrain responds completely differently when you open up the throttle and... You! Get those filthy hands off my ride.
I merely thought to enhance your beloved steed with a touch of Salamanderville. So you've had this amazing machine this whole time? Why haven't you been riding it till now?
So fresh-faced and innocent. A spitting image of my assistant. Oglop.
I'll never forget the day I hung up my spurs. It was right after I caught Carnelian. I've been simmering in thoughts of vengeance, fit to burst my shell at any moment. Oh! Hey, there we go! That was a proper slide, yep. Happy with that. Big house is too good for the likes of the Crime King. See you in hell, your majesty. Should have pulled the trigger when you had the chance. You've gone soft, hardy-boiled. Huh? This flashback exceeds the legal length. Laced with illicit embellishments, no doubt. I'm also here. Wrap it up, Gumshoe. To cut to the chase, my assistant was avenged. Slinging the Crime King into the slammer took me off the boil, and riding cold just ain't my style. But now that Carnelian's on the streets again, it's time for me to get back in the saddle. I was saying that Cactuar punk flew over Thule whatever and then blew past a dirigible on his way south, right? What kind of territory are we looking at? Lots of big trees, are there? Let's make this Yak Tel's dirigible landing our starting point. I'll take Night Stallion and meet you there. As expected. He can take it, he's fine. Meteorites and meteor wrongs. Okay. Alright, we shall find our way to this cocktail dirigible landing. See you there. Pretty sure it was Yak's tail, Inspector. They're almost as bad at names as I am. Oh! Hang on, quick detour.
Just a little detour. Plus rule, okay. What? What? What's wrong? Can a girl not enjoy some cards in peace? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, you cunt. Really? Really? You plus combo the whole fucking book. I hate this rule. I hate all non-standard rules. Primarily because I can't count.
Iggy.
What is the charge? Playing a card game? An exhilarating card game? There. No, didn't get the card. Of course I didn't. I never get card drops. Every game I've played in the 11 streams I've done, I don't think I've won a single card. Hate Triple Triad. Right, we're here. Ah, you made it. Even this jaded old gumshoe had to appreciate that view coming in over the treetops. Anyway, I talked to the locals while waiting for you lot to arrive, and one fellow had seen Mr. Cactuar flying down to the lower forests. I'm told the biggest place out that way is a settlement called Mamook, so that'll be our next destination. Let's head over there, walk the streets, ask some questions. You know, the usual. Very good, detective, but what's become of your wondrous wheeler? Night Stallion would draw more attention than I'd like. I use the autopilot function to call him if I need him, but otherwise I'll make do with my own 2 feet. Meanwhile, Greb is definitely not drawing any attention flying a tiny plane.
Hey, Val. What do you think about some juice?
Just teleport back. Thank you. Well timed there, didn't interrupt anything. That must be Mamook. They build things differently down here, huh? Well, we ain't got time to admire the architecture. Spread out and find someone who's clamped eyes on that Cactuar. Wah! Thank you for head pat. Seen a Cactuar riding a plane or whatever?
Yes, I've encountered the fiend you describe. The forest has its share of fantastical creatures, but this one was undeniably out of place. I observed it smashing one of the giant meteorites with a club, then racing away with the broken pieces. Make of that what you will.
Two more to question. Howdy.
Yes, I did see an unusual creature riding a strange vehicle through the forest at breakneck speeds. The vehicle's terrible noise is what first drew my attention, followed by the incomprehensible yelling of its pilot. Yet the sight of this posturing man-plant was so absurd I found myself more bemused than frightened.
ghastly.
Ah, the subject of recent gossip. I crossed paths with the creature myself, and it was indeed odd, but the machine it rode upon was the true wonder. He pulled up alongside me and my Wivri, I don't know, challenged us to a race, then zoomed off with astounding swiftness. If you're planning to catch that fiend, you'll need an equally miraculous mount.
Probably pronounced wife.
Caught me astride my wife. What?
So what's the rep? Oh yeah, everyone saw it. It was terribly loud. Made quite a scene. Testimonies I gathered were very much the same. There's a cactuar racing around out there, that much can be certain. But if he's making stops to bag meteorite fragments, then this ain't no simple joyride. Talk to me, Iggy. Something about those rocks I ought to know? I don't know, like ether charged or something. I don't remember. Some kind of special etheric radiation, eh? We haven't pieced together Keshkei's big plan yet, but he seems real interested in those space stones. Which means we've got a good chance of finding his spiky goon by staking out the spots where the meteorites are. If we nab the cactuar, we can make him lead us to the researcher, and to Carnelian. When I say us, I mean me and Night Stallion, of course. Once we find him, the rest of you won't be giving chase without an airwheeler. I need no such contrivance. His legs have been conditioned by an intensive chocobo-bearing exercise regimen. A what? I mean, I believe you, but a what? Oh, good luck to him. Still think he's a weak-willed punk, but I can't deny that uncanny body of his is made of sterner stuff. Let's get on with it then. There's a few good-sized meteorites alongside the road that leads out of town. We'll start it at the near end and hope the Mook puts in an appearance. Alright, there's one. Do you need me to, like, lick it or anything? I am surveying the meteorite with my tongue. No wheeler riding cactuar around here. Let's move on. That idiot inspector. Took off like he had the case all sewn up, but running fast didn't find him any leads, did it? And here I thought he was onto something. That way, Nashu. I think I may be onto something. No sign of him here either. On to the next. I detect a hint of criminality in that direction. Onwards, Nashu. We mustn't let the detective beat us to the punch. Hi, Nashu. Bye, Nashu. Once again. third time's the charm, right? Oh, the stalker was there in the other bush. Probably missed him a couple times on the way here. What are you holding, Hildy? Oh. Oh, that's pretty big for a cactuar.
I can't stand aside. There's 1,000 needles in your eye. Make way for the unmatchable, uncatchable spike.
Hi, Spike.
This one looks ripe for the smashing.
Hold it right there. I'm gonna need you to hop off that air wheeler.
Huh? Ah, you must be the blowhards I was warned about. Think you can give orders to the succulent speedster? My ride's maxed out with black market mods. There ain't no one faster. Keep up if you can, slow pokes.
If that's the way it's gonna be, challenge accepted. To me, Night Stallion, it's time to burn rubber. Oh, what am I supposed to do then? I'm right behind you!
I'm right behind you, Inspector.
Alright, best get running then.
Yeah!
Damn it, Stallion's at full gallop and I'm still trailing. It would seem you require my assistance after all. You caught up to me on foot. Fine, change of plan. Where's my damn python? I'll just tweak the weapon's elemental settings like so. With you steering and me providing the thrust, that fiend will soon learn a harsh lesson. Nothing outruns a fired-up Mandeville man! I'm worried. Oh my god.
Are they actually gaining on me? Come on then, I feel the needle for speed.
We did it! Victory is ours! Oh, Ah. Great. Fantastic. uh...
I can't believe it. My undefeated record. My legendary win streak. It's over. And yet, I feel strangely content. Enough. You win. Just hand me over to the coppers and be done with it.
Oh, all right. So the researcher forced you to work for him, like he did with the other fiends.
That's right. Told me to smash and grab the meteorites from the forest, but not what he wanted them for.
All this way to nab some delinquent goon and no leads on Keshkai or Carnelian to show for it. Not to mention my beautiful ride getting trashed. That one's on you, Hildebrand. Perhaps we can try running together next time.
Oh, if you're looking for Keshkai, I know exactly where he'll be. Waiting for my meteorite delivery over by the cliffs southwest of here.
Why didn't you say that sooner? I bet Carnelian's there with him. He won't escape me this time. I leave this criminal cactuar in your custody. The fiendish appearance aside, 'tis a man's soul within, so please treat him accordingly. Oglop. Now, let us follow the detective to these cliffs, shall we? I must ensure these villains are served a gentleman's justice. Teleport would be a little faster. Right. Make our way over.
Val, stop.
Oh.
Have a drink.
Wink. Thank you. Right. Yep. Is the Oglop's bouncing on the stalker's head? Shush. I can hear them just up ahead. Let me get the drop on them before we all go barging in. Got yourself a frickin' hover car?
He's late. We must assume something went wrong.
These meteorites will provide the perfect energy source. And I would prefer to harvest a surplus, but it's too great a risk to linger here. Freeze, mage. You so much as twitch your lips and I'll light you up.
No. I've worked too hard to give up now.
We're just letting him get away? Alright. He's getting away. He'll keep.
I've got the one I want. But don't think I'm taking you in just so you can escape. Never again.
Lennon! You're here now! How you doing? How was your stream? Welcome on in. Hope you're having a lovely day. If you're new, perchance, I am Iggy Maid, Big Gay Lizard Maid streamer. We're going through the Hildebrand quest line of Final Fantasy XIV, which is very silly. And we have a raid trailer to get you acquainted with what you're in for. So, do enjoy.
This presentation was brought to you by Cheese.
Hey guys, I'm here to deal with you. Okay, dealt with. Stealth! What if I jump in the trash? Yay! You are smelly! I can swim up waterfalls! Whoa, Jesus! Ah! And he's dead.
Cheese.
Oh, because I'm so good at video games. Sorry, I'm just wiggling my rod in your face. Give it another shot. Come on. You got it. No, you don't. Oh. Okay, well, I've got a shotgun now. Here it comes, blushing. And welcome back. How were you doing, Lennon? Did you have a good stream? Feel free to let me know what you're up to. And we'll get back to this. Murder is not the answer, detective. No. Where did Cornelian go? Dice a million. Not heard of that one. Hope you had fun. You almost had me. If not for this bumbling fool you tolerate. Soft as ever. Roguelike number go up simulator. Oh, wonderful. You and me are done, Hildebrand. Stay out of my way. My recent inadequacies as an inspector appear to have earned the detective's ire. It was you he turned to for assistance with this case, Iggy. It is only fitting that you remain at his side for the duration. Meanwhile, Nashu and I will persist with our independent inquiries. If Hildebrand's dad is a legendary goldsmith who owns the gold saucer, does that make Hildebrand a Nepo baby? Sorry for the sudden exit back there, but that yoke for brains had me steaming. I should have let you kill him. No, he wants to help. Nah, it would have been cool if you shot him. Greb's on Hardy Boyle's side. independent inquiries, yeah. For the love of... I see you skulking over there, soft-boiled. Isn't this a delightful spot of serendipity? We were simply following the villain's trail, and look how we've all run into each other, completely by chance. Well, we were only passing through after all. We shall apprehend that masked mastermind with our own tried-and-true methodology. You shall see. I saw the stalker for a moment there. Is Nashu's stalker ever named? Don't even get to talk to him, he's just there. Well, not in this section, at least. Iggy, I want you on the case with me from here on out. When it comes to a proper guide beyond the dome, as well as being tougher than yours truly, no one else fits the bill. You might need to cool your heels for a bit while I work on salvaging more data, but Hardyboiled always gets his files in the end. I'll see you around. Meanwhile, elsewhere... At long last, my scheme has come to fruition. No longer must I endure the company of incompetent colleagues. All is in readiness. The replication of my brilliant mind is at hand. Never again will I be known as the Kenneloka Corpus's second best. My name shall ring across the lands, carried far and wide by an army of unrivaled geniuses. Something amusing? Oh, just the fact that you repaired a device capable of miracles, yet your plans for it are so very banal. You dare mock me? Oh. Was that just a raw Verflare? What a bore he was. Now to realize a dream worthy of this marvelous technology. That was a meteor? Just flare? Black Mage flare. Oh, right. Can they just do that? At 50? Oh, okay. I've got a combo into my flare. That was the space. That was Mr. Poo Poo's spaceship. Detective Hardyboiled, they call me. Cool and tough as a cucumber wrapped in old leather. I'm a man who prefers his own company. Just littering eggshell everywhere. Today's egg was overdone. I let the pot boil and boil, a match to my mood.
They say you can't make a cracked shell whole again. Maybe it's time I smashed it completely.
God, those are some troubling thoughts. Can anyone save Detective Hardyboiled from himself? I bet the inspector can. With us on the case, a happy ending is never far away. See you, Inspector. Wow. Oh! Oh, that's all we're getting.
Gee, Shiggy, I work fast, but not that fast. Come back another day, will ya? Now, before you go, do you remember when I said I felt eyes on me? I still feel like I'm being watched. Maybe I do have some addle-headed admirer after all. Is the Oglop around? The other two around?
Oh, I guess we're done then. We're all caught up until there's more patches. There's nothing left. Except raids and stuff, but I'm not really a raid player. I might do those in my own time, we'll see. I don't know. But that is going to be, for now, the end of Final Fantasy XIV. Hi, patches. You need to make more content for the game, please. We're still going to be live. I'm just going to be switching game in a sec. And I will put social links in chat. I remind everyone watching that if you do want to keep up to date with everything we do, you can find it all in there. Discord, Blue Sky, tip page, and the wishlist page. If you wish to support the stream, keep up to date with everything. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, thank you very much, first of all. But you can also find those links in the description. Every like, comment, and subscription to the VOD channel helps a lot. So if you want to click any of those buttons, please feel free to. And I'll see you next time.